Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Sorry about the late episode. You were gonna get an episode on Monday, but I came to record it on Sunday, and something really weird was happening with the my client sound. Basically, everything was all the sounds were like being pinched off, cut off, so it sounded really, really odd, very distracting. I decided that I really couldn't record and release an episode with that. But I did have the Ender Farm tutorial ready to roll, so you got that instead. Check that out if you've not. It is probably the most bang for your buck that you're going to get out of any Ender Farm. Also, check out Unirybit's Ender Farm. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description, but that guy has created a work of genius. He released his video about a week after my initial showcase of the cheap Enderman farm, and it's really, really good. Very inventive. So you should definitely go check that out. The thought occurs to me and you'll understand when you see his farm, that you could actually use my chief as a starting point to making one of his farms, because one of the components of the farm are 4 spawning platforms that are pretty similar to mine. He uses a different mechanism for the clock rather than a hopper clock. He uses a minecart clock, but you could definitely I think use sort of build one of my farms, and then if you wanted to that didn't work, move on to one of his farms. I think that would be a possibility, but definitely check it out because it's crazy. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to make something, I don't know, slightly old school. I've never made one. I don't know if people regularly do make these anymore, but we're going to make a seed and flower farm. I think it was Static, Sean Static, that popularized these. Certainly, I saw a tutorial by Sean, well back in the day, back when he was doing his single player Let's Play. His first one, I believe, and I know Etho has a tutorial on one of these. We're not going to be doing any of those types of farm. We're going to be making a new overly complicated farm which should produce a lot of seeds and flowers very, very fast. I think we're going to have to... we've not really got enough room up here. This corridor is not nearly as long as you would think it is. I think we're going to have to go down and make a lower level corridor. Going to be tight on the chicken farm. I think chicken farm can move over here once I design the bloody thing. Let's see. Yep. Both there. Now, why are we making something as retro as a seed and flower farm? You might be asking yourself, and I'm going to answer that question even if you're not asking yourself that question. Or in the past, you've never really needed to make dye. You dye the sheep and keep yellow sheep or orange sheep or, what have you. I think we'll go at this level here, and and then and that's it. You're good, basically. You don't need to keep dyeing them. You just breed the dyed sheep, and jobs are good. But you can't breed clay blocks. More's the pity. So all of a sudden, I've got a need for dye. So I'm going to have to be rectifying that. One of the things we're going to do to rectify that, obviously, is to make this seed and flower farm. Let's see, I've made that a bit wide, haven't I? I want it to be 3 wide. Oh, we'll do our corridor here. And another thing, we're going to have to make a squid farm. We already have a cactus farm. And we'll need a cocoa bean farm. And I think that's probably it for farms for dye. Everything else is either catered for, or, as in the case of lapis, you can only get that by mining anyway. Although I'm going to have to be better at keeping lapis. It's one of those things I tends to get sacrificed for more inventory space when I'm caving. Excuse me, I'm going to take a refreshing sip of this beverage. That's much better. There we go. It actually occurs to me that keeping coloured sheep and breeding the dyed sheep is probably not going to be the best way of doing things in future. If you've got to produce lots of dye, it'll be far more efficient. I wonder if I'm going to hit the animal breeding clock. It's going to be far more efficient to keep an absolute boatload of white sheep and dye the wool on demand, or even just have a spider farm. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, yeah, we'll do this as a 9x9. 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sorry, 4 from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we ought to set this back so that we can have a nice kind of window. Let's see. We'll start the farm here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's wrong. There. 1, 2, and then 4. Okay, so I have already figured out in my head what I want to do here for this design. It's going to be based around a grass pad that is 9x9. It could have been 7x7, I guess. But I believe when you bone meal grass, it can go up to 4 blocks away from the place that you bone mealed. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to accommodate the maximum size there. So yeah, let me clear this out. Let's see. Right, so this farm, what we are going to do is we're going to base it around a dispenser facing up, and we're going to put bone meal in this. Let's see. So we're going to want... tell you what, let's be super good. I've got really sloppy with my redstone recently. Let's do it properly and get everything on manufactured blocks. So we're going to use a comparator to switch this thing on and off. So when this has bone meal in, this comparator will switch on, and then it will send a signal out here. Let's see, we're going to have a clock. Let's see, we're going to want some repeaters, probably more than that. And yeah, we're going to have a repeater there. And dot of redstone there, that there, and we're actually going to make an old-fashioned redstone clock. Simply because it's going to be hard for it to bug out, because it will get stopped and started by this. The main advantage of hopper clocks is that they don't bug out like redstone clocks do. But if you're controlling a redstone clock, you know, if it's got an on and an off, then you don't get that issue. Right, so we'll do that, and then we'll put a repeater there. Actually, we're going to need to invert that signal, aren't we? No. There we go. Yeah. So it'll be held off unless there's something in there, and then it'll come on. Right. Let me go make some repeaters. Okay. So yeah, we'll have this. Repeaters. I put a repeater in there for more delay because I'm going to overclock it basically, so it runs longer. I want the mechanism to run longer, because I suspect then after this emptying, because I suspect it will. I suspect that what will happen is it will leave stuff in the farm otherwise. I think it's probably going to do that anyway, but I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. Oh. Right, and then I think we should be able to just do that actually. I think. Right. And then what we're going to want is a way to load it. Let's see. We'll load it with hoppers. And we'll do that along here. Like that. So we'll have a chest here to load the system. You'll put bone meal in it, and it'll all go down here like that. Now this front part at least can probably be covered up now, at least partially, because we're going to want to run some tests for timing purposes. Right, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have like that and like that. So the whole pad is going to be covered over with pistons like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, probably easiest to do let's see. Yeah, no, we'll use some vertical wiring there to get up. And then what we're going to do... Now, here's the question. How much space have I got? Oh, not enough. Right, okay. All of this needs lowering. That redstone's there. All of this needs lowering. Let's see, because it's going to be there with redstone on top. So if it comes down 1 block, it will interfere with that. It comes down 2. I think it's all going to need lowering by 3 blocks. Okay. I'm going to do that and come back to you. Okay. Derp corrected. So we're now 3 blocks lower. I've set the clock up. Everything is the same, I believe. Intersected there. That cave goes up to the surface there. It's the one behind the sheep farm. Anyway, so yeah, back to what we were doing. I put some of the pistons out that we were putting out. I haven't put the grass down yet. So this clock goes into the dispenser, and then it also goes, it's going to go up here, and like that. Let's do this so I can get up there. And then we're going to do this. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to run water across the tops of these pistons. Now I'm going to need this row down like this, but what I'm going to do is something like that and block myself in. Oh, right, okay. Get it all? Yeah. Right, so we're going to do this. Didn't get any of that. There we go. There we go. And what these... The redstone is going to power these blocks, which is a block above the pistons. So these pistons will become bud switched. But because we're powering the middle row directly, those will be directly powered. They will get extended, and they should update the pistons out to the side. So we should be able to do this on both sides. Like that. And yep. More like this. Let's cover you up. Actually, I might have broken some wire in there. No, there's nothing there. Cool. Right, so let's have a look. So that should turn... Oh, comparator would help. Excellent. Why did these not fire? Did I not get... Come on, let's try that again. I know why. I'm going to need to repeat the signal. Here. Probably there. Cool. Right. Okay, so let's set this up again. I believe probably wants to be there. So what I need to do now is fiddle with the timing. We'll cover this over. And I shall go grab some bone meal. Okay, so if we not have enough inventory space to do anything. There we go. Right. Let's just put a little bit of this in. Right, okay. So what we need to do is add some delay to the pistons. Maybe that'll do. Oh, actually, yeah, I don't want to. Ah! Oh. That's interesting. Maybe 3. It lives! Right, okay. So, the pistons, if we pop up here, oh, we can't really see. Where can we see from? What should happen is the seeds and flowers should go up. Ah, there you go, you can see some up there. So the seeds and flowers should go up through the pistons. And once this is walled in, so they've not got anywhere else to go, that should happen a bit more reliably. So then I can run water out from like 2 kind of flows of water to the sides into hoppers. And that will allow me to put them into chests over here. So let me expand this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, okay. Let me expand this out to the size it's going to be, full size, and yeah, I'll come back to you. Okay, yeah, so I expanded it. I got a little bit carried away. I went a bit forward. I made a few modifications to the redstone. I decided I want these pistons to be extended by default. So, let's see if I can show you this. And the reason I've done that is so I can get rid of this, actually, which I've not bothered doing. Oh. Yeah, I don't want it running after the job's finished, as it were. The overclocking, I don't want it to continue running because the reason I was doing that was to pulse the pistons more to pick up any that got left behind. That's why I had that big delay there. So, and then I thought, well, why not just have the pistons extended by default? It shouldn't kill the grass because pistons are transparent. So I'm now powering the dispenser by powering this block below, and this redstone here comes from beneath here. So And that won't work because that last one does need to be a repeater. That one there, that needs to be a repeater. But that's okay. A little bit of delay is fine. So that's powered by default. Because the repeater is powering the block. When the clock runs, it powers this, and then I inverted the signal up here. Oh no, what have I just done? And this is why oh, sod. Yeah, don't get lazy with your redstone, because that happens. There we go. Right, okay. Yeah, so I've kind of I've inverted it there. So with a torch, if I can get up there. Whoop. So the repeater is on by default. Now can I maybe get up there somewhere, maybe? So yeah, because the pistons are left down, you shouldn't leave any seeds or flowers behind. They'll all get sucked up because blocks move upwards through transparent items move upwards through transparent blocks. This is the wiring here. So the middle row is directly powered. Everything else is bud switched. So the 2 rows to either side are bud switched because of this redstone here. With the exception of these 2 because of this repeater. So we've got a bit of extra redstone here. The rest of it is all using this trick with the gap there. So yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to surround all of this in glowstone, like, let's see, this, so I get plenty of light into the middle of the pad. Whoop. Right, so we'll have that there, and then I'm going to do this all the way along here. Then we're going to want some transparent blocks here because of this redstone. So we can put, lovely, put that there. That's not going to work, is it? Right, we'll just have to bring all this wiring back. Yeah, that's cool. And then we'll do, come along here, and where are you? You're there. So we're going to have probably, let's see, I guess chests here, and I'll get that chest back as well, so that I can have one on the bottom as well. Just put a temporary block there for the moment, and hopper, 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 and then all the way round. Oh. Okay, so hoppers made and placed, so we can now, actually this last one, no, actually we're going to do this like that, and then don't want a solid block on top of that, but I do that like this. Oh. Yeah. Like that is good, I think. I really don't like this corner here. Don't like that at all. Better. We'll do that and that. Can't really hide those any better than that, but that is much better, I think. Do that. Right, cool. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and this will be where the ceiling is. Excellent. So let's hop up there. And we can just break this and do this, and we should be good for placing our water. Excellent. Right. Bit more light up here. Oh. And that should do us. Okay, let us glass the front in and see if this bad boy works. Nope. Okay, right, so they all should be going through now. And in fact, during operation, stuff did start coming through quite a bit. We've got 3.5 stacks of yellow flowers at the moment. Oh, 4 stacks of yellow flowers, which is after all what this farm is mainly for. I don't need seeds, I don't need roses. Yellow flowers, that's what I need. So yeah, I may have to put like an item sorter in and a kind of a disposal system, but that is all we have time for today. I will spend a little bit of time prettying this up. I'll probably go for a glowstone lighting strip in the ceiling, and you know me, stone brick walls for life. And anyway, until next time guys, take care of yourselves.